what we're going to do tonight is we're going to go through some of the events of the year. 2025 is a massive year for events, particularly the 4 anniversary films. So those are, if you don't know, Thunderball is 60 years old. Unbelievable already, how good it looks for that age. Then we've got the 40th anniversary of A View to a Kill. One of my favourites, often gets derided, absolutely love it. Then we've also got I can't believe it, the Bond film that made me an even bigger Bond film. First Bond film I properly saw at the cinema, GoldenEye, is 30 years old. What a joke, can't believe it. And then this is how bad the recent output has got. Spectre is now 10 years old, and there's only been one film since then. So come on, let's get some new Bond films going, and maybe we'll talk about that tonight. David.
What is going on? How you doing, man?
Oh, Paul as well. Brilliant. Right. The more the merrier.
Hello.
Oh, Alan.
How's it going, sir?
Are you in Zurich?
I am not. I'm in my Dublin pad today.
Very nice.
Well, for those who are just joining us, and if you're listening online rather than seeing this, we've got Mr. David Zaritsky of the Bond Experience.
Hello.
Nice
Thank you
to
for
see
having
David.
me.
I'm good, mate. I'm good. And we've got another newly formed president, Mr. President of the James Bond Club Ireland, Paul Lally. Great to see you, Paul.
Great to see you again, Tom and David.
Yeah. Well, me and David have both been across to see you.
I know.
In the last couple of years.
I'm spoiled, and I feel it incumbent upon myself to make plans to travel across the water to see both you guys at some point in the near future. Yeah, as presidents do. That's on my global trip to
Yeah.
Can you see if it's gone to my head or not? My new title.
Yeah.
You're the ambassador of Ireland now for all.
Wow.
James
Yeah. Well,
Bond fans.
that's the responsibility I absolutely take on. Yes. Thank you.
Well, I can say that what an amazing event we had last weekend, which was on the 8th of February,
Yes.
where there was the first screening of the year for you guys. So just to sort of outline, what are the plans for the group this year, Paul, in terms of events, and if anyone wants to join, how would they do that?
So our events, we're going to do screenings to match all the anniversary year films that are coming up, right? So we've got those nailed down. We are getting increasing interest from people across the world just to be part of the community. So we're working out how to be a club rather than just a community at the moment, to bring membership on board because people feel like they want to be a part of it. That was something I hadn't really anticipated how much that was going to be a thing. So we're going to do that. We've also got something very special in the air. I don't want to give too much away, but we've recorded 2 episodes of what is going to be, I'm going to say, a podcast type of thing. But I know that, lots of people have a podcast. So what do we have that's going to be new and unique? Just watch this space. There's something really, really cool coming. We've had some great guests already. We've done some cool things. So that's going to be taking up much of our time for the foreseeable future. But that and lots of other stuff as well. Travel, I do hope. So stay with us. It's going to be an exciting year for James Bond Club Ireland.
Goodness me. Well, I know that David will certainly be meeting up with you in London for the QD Music concert, which David is hosting, of course.
No better man to do it.
I'm going to make an attempt, at least. Yeah. 3 money pennies. What did I do to deserve that? It's going to be a lot of fun. I mean, that's a weekend that it's almost become traditionally now, year after year. It used to be Global James Bond Day. There was something, and it's been very sporadic, obviously, from the powers that be. So that weekend of October 12th has turned into just a plethora of things. I know, for example, on Friday, so let's see, that would be, how's my math, David? October 10th. There's going to be, I'm going to be actually hosting a meet and greet with a few of the Bond brands for people that just want to come out for a drink and some canapes, no costs at all. Even the booze will be free. So that'll be hosted by the brands. That'll be Friday to kind of welcome the weekend. Saturday, there are a few things brewing, but nothing concrete. And then some guy named Warren, which God, I hope he doesn't show up here, is doing something on.
He's decent. He can sing a few tunes, I've heard.
Be careful what you say. Here he is. Hi, Warren.
Hi guys, how you doing?
We're
Doing
brilliant.
great.
Brilliant.
That could not have been better timing. That was like Beetlejuice. It's like
It was. Yeah. But you've got an amazing program, haven't you, Warren, for the year? I know we're going to mainly focus maybe tonight on the big Drury Lane concert, but you've got a tour, and it's not that long away, is it now?
No, it starts in April, finishes in December. Yeah, the big one in the middle of it in October. But nearly 40 dates this year, which is our biggest ever tour, all over England, Scotland, and Wales. It's going to be absolutely incredible. I mean, sure, talk about living out a dream to be going into a situation from May where literally all I'm doing is full time working on this. You know, it's just full time playtime, really.
But Warren, you know, it was like trying to get Oasis tickets, trying to get tickets to the London show. Everyone's WhatsApping. Did you get one?
Yeah, it was so crazy that we had to move the venue, didn't we, David, for the pre-show because it sold out in 20 minutes.
Yeah.
So now there are some more tickets available, but only sort of limited for the pre-show. There's plenty of after-show tickets, but the pre-show is obviously got the Q&A with the Three Money Pennies, and then there's loads of other things happening as well. We've got some casino tables and magician and some slot machines, some lookalikes, photo opportunities, lots of bits and pieces. So it'll be real. I mean, it's almost that's an event in itself, actually. You know, and you've got the concert as well. I mean, if you were just going to the pre-show for an evening, I think that would be a really good night out on its own.
Yeah. So Warren, a few people have asked me, are there any more of the, I guess you would call them the VVIP tickets, the sort of deluxe tickets? Are there any left of those?
Well, there's three tiers of tickets. The basic level one, which just gets you into the event, the pre-show, to see the Q&A. There's a number of those left, but I think they will go. Then the next level up, which is the deluxe tickets, which got you a photo with the Three Money Pennies. They've all well and truly gone. There's not even a waiting list now. It's just we're not going to get anybody else in.
Yeah.
But then above that, there's the VVIP tickets, which are much more expensive, but you get a private room at Theatre Royal with its own balcony overlooking Covent Garden. It's really, really luxurious kind of setup. It's limited to 12 people. I've sold 7 tickets of that. You get half an hour with the Three Money Pennies. It's literally the only way on the day that you're actually going to meet them and speak to them. And they'll do selfies and signings and stuff. And then again, at the interval, which is half an hour long, they're going to retire back to this room where the VVIPs can also go. So, you know, you'll get... What's really interesting about that is that anyone that's got those VVIP tickets will literally be in the room when, you know, these three legends of the Bond world are really just kind of engaging all together in the same space for the first time. I mean, they will have been on stage just before that in the pre-show, but really this will be the first time, I guess, that they'll actually get a chance to just stand and have a chat with people, but have a chat between themselves. And I think that'll be quite an interesting dynamic to see because, you know, we've got how many years are we talking? Living Daylight's 87, so, you know, we're talking 40-something years or whatever. Yeah.
Tons.
Nearly 40 years of Money Pennies that are coming together for the first time. So.
On the present Money Penny. Well, as far as we know, the present Money Penny.
Yeah.
Naomi
Well,
Harris,
until we get a new one, it's the present one.
Yeah, we still apart from Bond. Yeah.
And the fun. And the good thing is she'll still be the present Money Penny in October unless some kind of miracle happens beyond all miracles. But I think there's a good chance that she'll still be the same, that the current Money Penny for the next few shows that we do, really.
Well, I know somebody who has got one of those VVIP tickets. Certainly, Mr. Carl Brain, Bond in Yorkshire.
Yes,
who should be joining us when we get going on this chat. So that'll be an incredible experience. Like you say, you're never going to get this ever again.
No.
So get on the website.
Never been done before. Never going to happen again. Yeah. So, yeah, and there's good tickets. Yeah. So anyone that is watching it, if you want the pre-show, after-show tickets, they're through us. If you want concert tickets, I do have some concert tickets, but you can also just go on the Theatre Royal website and just book them straight off there. But the pre-show and after-show tickets are definitely only available through Cue the Music.
Right. And David, you're going to be interviewing them on stage, are you at all? Or
I am, if Warren lets me play and exercise that. No, I can't wait. It is honestly the highlight of my year. It's become this sort of mecca. There's a few other, actually, this is kind of exclusive to this podcast. I don't think it's ever gone public yet. There's couple of other experiences in the year that I'll tell people about, events, if you will. In September, the beginning of September, and this just came to fruition, so the details should be ironed out in about a week. I'm going to be hosting a takeover of GoldenEye, Jamaica,
Wow.
and
Wow.
the entire resort.
Whoa.
We're going to be opening up tickets. It's going to be about 4 or 5 days of physical, mental, and lifestyle experiences all around Fleming.
Wow.
Obviously, the location, including the Fleming Villa. It's going to be something that we've never done before. Very, very special, very personalized, very unique to the people going. August, I am going to be having my gather-all. It's going to be New York City based.
Okay.
And we'll not tell the theme of that yet, but that is unfortunately, so we had, we had about 240 people last gather-all.
Wow.
But unfortunately this time, because of where we're doing it and what we're doing, we're only going to be able to have about 150 people. So it will be capped off, but it will be pretty spectacular and no cost to the people attending.
Amazing.
Wow.
No cost for the food or drink. You just show up. It's being sponsored by other people. And then I've got a small list. There is a group out there to which a lot of people probably didn't know. Did you know that there is a Washington, D.C. based James Bond club?
Oh.
I don't know if you knew that.
Wow.
They're called Capital Royale 007 on Instagram.
Okay.
Capital
Great name.
Royale with cheese. No, 007. And they've told me for this event that they're announcing that they're having a March 8th, they're having an On Her Majesty's Secret Service themed happy hour at a retro bar named 1969 in Arlington. All you have to do is join the Instagram. You'll find out more. They're also having a Moonraker Memorial Weekend celebration
Wow.
at the Space Museum. And it's very, very family friendly. They're not going to work blue like Paul and I do. There'll be no swear words, no lower GI nudity whatsoever unless you request it. And they're going to have spy-themed escape rooms, etc., all throughout the year. So make sure you join them. They've got a golf event.
But there's loads of collaborations, though. That's what I love about this community.
Yeah.
All us four have done stuff together, and we'll be doing more stuff in the year. And to hear about another Bond club in America, well, let's face it, after the UK, he's probably the most popular. That's so good to hear, David. And we encourage those guys to get involved with you and all the other people, and get yourself together all.
100%.
Get yourself there. Meet, because that's why we love doing it. Certainly us four. We love chatting to people as well, don't we? We like to find out what are the different types of Bond fans, what are our views on films.
Yes.
Was with Paul at the weekend, and we had a nice cordial debate about Daniel Craig and his legacy, and there was a little bit of fisticuffs,
Cordial
but
debate.
nothing more. There was no.
Yes. Glasses were flying, there were punches thrown, but it was no, not in the slightest. It was actually really great. We met, I'm not sure what time we met in the afternoon, but we were jibber jabbering. We just started talking, and then we finally got, we have to get to this screening, right? So
Yeah, we forgot.
we almost forgot. We got in as soon as we got out, just talk, and it ended up slightly messy. There was a group of men on a dance floor who should never be on a dance floor, just loving life. And it was quite. I think there is video footage, but we have to contact De Beers to get high carat diamonds to drop off at a certain location before we're going to get the footage of that video and be able to destroy it.
I've got it, Paul.
Great.
It can be released at any time.
I will pay you money. No, it was tremendous, and a real example of how it's so much fun just traveling and meeting other Bond fans, and we appreciated you coming over here. And like when you hear about cool guys like the guys in DC going to bars and stuff like that, it's just genuinely fun. And one of the things about this community, somebody mentioned it to me on an Instagram comment, is just it's so kind of welcoming. People are, even if they have differing opinions, they're just like, oh really? Tell me why you have a totally different opinion to mine, and then it just gets into it, and it's great fun.
What's great at the moment is that we're in a real sort of doldrum for the films in terms of just a dead spot really, where there's nothing going on from the official lines, but then there's all these events sort of happening even now, even in a quiet year really. There's still all these Bond events being organised, which is just brilliant.
Yeah.
You've done so well, guys, to keep the flame flying while we're experiencing the fallow. I've forgotten
Not just
yeah,
us. So there's
yeah, tell us.
lots of people getting stuck in. Yeah.
Yeah. So Warren, when does the tour start? You said it starts in April, is that right?
Yeah, April we start in Peterborough, and then we're almost every weekend really through April, May, June, July, and then September, October, November, and then a couple in December. But it's some of the months, like September is absolutely mental. I think I'm doing 9 shows in September, which is exciting. And
Warren,
the show's just getting bigger and bigger. I've just ordered a load of our own stage lighting, so we're going to be going with our own touring lighting rig that we'll install into the roof when we go. So I've now got to look at probably getting a proper Arctic truck, and I'm just looking into getting my all my different category licenses, because it's just getting bigger and bigger.
I look at my to-do list in the morning and there's like 5 items on it. Warren's like ordering an Arctic truck, rehearsing an enormous band, getting note for note perfect, all the music cues. I'm like, oh my God, it's getting. But
it's
tell me,
embarrassing
like,
to the rest.
how much rehearsal goes into this up to April? I mean, how many times do you guys meet? You've got so much. I mean, I know you're all pretty seasoned at it now, but it's still a huge amount of work.
There's no real rehearsal, because the actual the easiest part is when we're on stage and playing. Really, really, really great bunch of musicians that know the stuff and don't do the homework, and so just occasionally, if we have to have a new person in, we can kind of feed them into a really well greased machine. But it's everything else that is just takes so much time. I think last year I worked out conservatively. I worked 120 hours a week for the entire year, apart from the 2 weeks I was on holiday with the family. Because it's just, there's so much technical stuff to set up. There's so much paperwork and admin to do. There's so much to do with insurances and contracts and invoicing, and it just goes on and on and on, and it's probably quite boring for people, but that's probably that's the bit that takes a real time. I'm planning the programs and doing the music and everything else. That takes an awful lot of time. I'll be working on the West End show for the entire year. And I'm actually already, and David knows this, not top secret, but I'm already working on next year's West End show. And that's going to be a lot of work. So, it is a lot of work, but it's more the backstage stuff that you don't see.
For people who don't know, who are just joining us, Warren is the head of Cue the Music. So if you've never been to one of his concerts, you must do. It's not just Warren. Warren's a brilliant. You play the trumpet, don't you? The cornet, all sorts.
I'm as I once famously said in a show, and I've never been allowed to live it down. In the heat of the moment, I said I'm the enableizer. I think I meant enabler, but I'm just the guy that kind of I'm the go-between. I think I'm the Bond fan like you guys are. And I know what it is that we want as Bond fans, and I just facilitate that. But it's the brilliance of everybody involved in the show. It's a huge team of people, and bringing together a lot of skills. And I certainly wouldn't take the credit for all of their brilliant talent.
Warren, we need more slide whistle from you. More slide whistle.
I don't think I've got one handy. Otherwise, I'd give you a good one for it.
The thing about your shows, Warren, is like, if you're a Bond fan, if you love music, or even if you casually like the music, or if you like getting together with Bond fans, you tick so many boxes, and all of it is done so beautifully. I mean, everyone from David Arnold on down has commented on what a tremendous show you put on, and as Bond fans, like, it's not a kind of a this is kind of good, they're playing some Bond. This is astonishing. It's like hearing it live from the, I don't know if that makes any sense, but it's like if you lifted it from the film and heard it live. It's just so great. Really
thank
great
you.
callbacks.
I think one of the things that makes that sort of possible really is that, obviously, first and foremost, I'm a professional musician, have been for 30 years, went to music college, but equally as important, as you said before, I'm just a huge Bond fan. But when you combine those two things, I'm doing something that I absolutely love for people like yourselves who absolutely love it. So whereas I think another job, 5 o'clock comes and you switch your computer off and that's it, I'm done for the day, I'm clocking out until tomorrow. With this, there is literally no amount of time that I'm not prepared to commit to it because it's something I love. It's not like it's, obviously it is hard work, but it's not like I feel it as hard work because I enjoy it so much and you get such a thrill out of it. So there's almost no limit to what we can do with it because, it's a passion more than it is a vacation.
Do you have any space in the band for like a part-time maracas shaker or tambourine player?
There's a
Maracas.
long queue. There's a long queue of people.
I'm
that
struggling to
ask.
find things that I could actually contribute.
Bongos.
That'll do.
He's done that already. But if you haven't been, like I say, you've got to go. Nearly every song from the film, all the films pretty much, will be played. And at the Drury Lane one, you'll get sweets as well. You'll get sweets from the anniversary films, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
That will be a feature, Warren.
Yeah, we're gonna kick off. I'll tell you a couple of little things because this will be printed in the program, so everyone will know. But we're going to kick off this year's West End show with Los Muertos. Oh my goodness, the rest of it's gone out of my head. The piece from the start of Spectre.
Yeah.
I can't think of the rest of the name of it.
Los Muertos Viven Están. Or
Whoa.
like that.
Viva Stan. Thank you. Yeah.
Maracas.
Yeah. And one of the things I really this is how much my brain goes into all the little details. And one of the things that I really want to achieve with the show is the whole thing. I really want to start with that really amazing bass sonic boom that you got in the cinema, which no one's ever done that again. Even when I saw Spectre, no, I haven't seen Spectre live, but even when you I know what I was going to say. When you get the Blu-ray or you see it on TV, I don't think that's on the soundtrack, or and if it is, it doesn't have the same effect through your TV speakers. Because I don't know about you, but when we're in the cinema, that made your intestines rumble,
feel it in your
didn't it?
stomach, yeah.
That's kind of that's the sort of level that I sort of thinking at is that those details that I don't think you would think about unless you were a real Bond fan.
And as far as like showmanship, what I love about what Warren's doing, like I have the Tom Ford suit that he wears in that scene, so I will be literally entering on a catwalk just like he did with the gun, and we will have rubble, lots of rubble.
With a sofa to land on.
Yeah, we shouldn't be telling all our secrets, but
I'm giving you away. I don't know. We're really looking forward to that. And of course, like we say, Naomi Harris will be. She'll be there. You'll be able to see her, but you'll only be able to have a proper chat with her if you get those VVIP tickets. You can hear loads of our other episodes on iTunes, Spotify, and our YouTube channel, where we have interviews, special episodes, and reviews of all the Bond films. Simply search Really 007 Pod, and you should find loads of weird and wonderful content. Carl is, of course, Mr. Bond in Yorkshire, who's one of the newest members of the Bond community. He's not really a president, is he? We wouldn't call him.
Hello.
Would you call it? You're right, Carl. Should we
Call
call
the
you
de facto president of Yorkshire?
Should we call you president of Yorkshire? Yeah.
Hello, Lord President. Warren, you all right?
Hi, Carl. You all right, mate?
Yeah, really good, really good. So
you've been watching, haven't you, and listening to this?
I've been watching and listening. Yeah.
You're well excited for Drury Lane, surely.
Oh. Yeah, I'm getting the VVIP treatment.
Yeah.
yeah. I don't know what I'm quite going to say first when I meet her, but it'd be absolutely amazing.
Well, all three.
All three of them. Samantha Bond. I mean, she's been in everything, hasn't she? Not just.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said to you guys, for me, it's not just because of they've been in James Bond. They've been in loads of stuff. I mean, Naomi Harris with Calypso, wasn't she, in Pirates of the Caribbean? So it's not just. I won't be just talking to them about James Bond. It'd be everything. Yeah, it'd be everything. I mean,
she's got.
Try and keep it to a half an hour.
She's got a really interesting film coming out.
Which film, Warren?
So Naomi Harris has got a new film coming out any week now, I think she's co-starring with Michael
Oh,
Fassbender, and Kate Blanchett.
Yes.
And Pierce
Pierce
oh
Brosnan
yeah,
is in it.
Yeah.
yeah. What a cast
Yeah.
that is!
And
Goodness
I
me.
it's a
know.
spy film.
It
It's a
looks
different type of.
fantastic. Yeah.
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 Yeah, and she plays like a psychiatrist or something for these spies, I think. But yeah, it sounds really, really good.
I
Goodness
mean,
me.
Kate Blanchett, she's a legend, isn't she? I
She
mean, yeah,
was,
watching
yeah,
Elizabeth. She's been in Thor,
Yeah,
hasn't she?
yeah,
Well,
she'd be a
yeah.
great Bond villain, wouldn't she?
Oh, yeah,
yeah.
definitely.
She would have
Yeah,
done. Yeah,
Yeah.
she was a villain in
Yes,
Indiana
she was.
Jones, wasn't she? Of
yeah,
course.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Very
yeah.
good.
She's been in all sorts. Oh, bless her.
yeah.
So Warren, are you thinking of coming to Ireland one day if you can do it?
Do you know, I saw the posts about the showing the other day, and I thought, oh, yeah. I mean, to be fair, after May, I have a bit more flexibility. I mean, the thing is, trouble is, I'm working every single
Yeah,
weekend with the show, really. But if it's a weekday thing as well, or hopefully things will fall on weekends that
yeah,
I can do. Then I definitely will be. But the other thing as well is that I've got, obviously, you guys will know now, but I've got one of the things I've done with Cue the Music is because I've got a massive, great big storage unit for all the kits. I've put a little cinema in there, as well as a giant James Bond scale extra track, and I'm going to be hosting some events there. But I've got a huge 120 inch cinema, so
I'm very
people have people
November.
over. Yeah, yeah, it's
Yeah.
going to be brilliant. Definitely have to get Tom. Have to get you and
yeah,
the
yeah,
guys
yeah.
out.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah, definitely.
but yeah, it's a great commercial pizza oven and popcorn and all sorts.
Bloody
So
hell.
yeah, I mean, and the only thing is, one of the things what I'm going to do when people come is I'm going to let them choose what film they want to watch and just put it to a vote. But I can just see what's going to happen. I'm going to end up watching Thunderball, Goldfinger,
Yeah,
Spy Who Loved Me, and Casino Royale on continuous
yeah.
loop.
Oh
I'll be
No,
craving for a Moonraker or a
Yeah.
View to a Kill after 6 months.
you to a kill.
Well, Carl, you're hoping if you can get it done, aren't you, to screen that in Yorkshire?
Yeah, hopefully at the Light Cinema. So we did a cinema showing when I was with BD007 of golfing last year, and we're going to try do a View to a Kill. We're going to the event in May, but and we're both 40 this year. We're going to try get that viewing. The backup plan's just going out and getting wrecked, but like we did in Ireland. But but yeah, gonna try do that, and then obviously I'm back in. So hopefully I'm doing that for I'm around about November 29th. But
Brilliant.
yeah, obviously it's got to be confirmed as well. So, but yeah, I'll be definitely back in Ireland before then in September to see Spectre, and I'm getting dressed up as
I'm
well.
looking forward to having an excuse to get to Yorkshire. My wife is going, where are you going? Because I was talking to someone else yesterday, David Lobergellis. I was like, oh, I got to
Oh
go
yeah.
to Birmingham. Now I'm going to go to Yorkshire.
Yeah,
She's
yeah,
are you
yeah,
like doing a
yeah,
tour of the UK or something? I was like,
yeah.
if I can get away with it, yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
I seem
it's
to.
it's the home of John Barry, isn't it?
It
Yeah,
is.
Yorkshire.
yeah.
Yeah,
And Judy
we're
Dench.
we're in York actually
Yeah.
in
Yeah,
April, I think. Yeah,
I'm
Yeah.
there.
it's
I'm there
the
for
first
that.
time we've done it, which is really exciting. Definitely taking the music of Barry home.
Oh,
Yeah,
so,
and then
so good.
obviously Bradford near Christmas.
Yeah,
That'd be really
Yeah.
good. Hopefully we'll
Oh,
get
yeah,
more people buying tickets this time.
yeah.
So, but yeah, no, it'd be really good. So, but I'm going to more events than I'm hosting. Well, I'm all hosting one
yeah.
this year. But I'm going to more events. So obviously I won my golden ticket, didn't I, for France?
Well, here we
Oh,
go.
here we
Well, we recognise
go.
that
Hello,
face.
From
hello.
one Lord
Hey.
President
Yeah.
to another.
You've you've caught me on the hoof here. I'd
Sorry.
there we go. That's better.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm just out for dinner on a secret mission. So
Well,
Believe you.
sorry to interrupt. Well,
no, no,
we're
I'm
around
ready. I'm
Valentine's
here.
Day as well, so I don't want to be taking
Oh
too much
yeah.
time off people.
No, I've been
Uh,
watching. I've been listening intently to all the plans.
Good stuff. Yeah,
Good to
and
see you all.
it's great to see you, Phil, and
Yeah,
certainly
definitely
the
Phil. I
club.
haven't seen you for ages.
Yeah,
It does feel like
it does
a
feel
while,
like
doesn't it?
Yeah,
There's always that
definitely.
lull between when just before Christmas and then right the way through to whatever the first Bond
yeah,
event is. And
Yeah.
sometimes, I mean, I was envious of you guys going over to Ireland the other day. That looked like a lot of fun.
yeah. Unbelievable. Highly recommended. And Carl's going to go to the one in September for
Yeah,
Spectre, but there's a
I'm
View to a
dressing up
Kill
as
with
well.
GoldenEye as
Right.
well. So look,
Mm.
it's not much on the plane. from England.
It
Is it?
No, no,
Took about 40
no, and it only
minutes.
takes 35
Yeah.
minutes or so. It's
Brilliant.
great.
Especially if
Yeah.
you're going overnight, 'cause you're only taking your
Yeah.
bags, do you? Just literally a
We just
backpack.
that's
one
literally
night
what we
backpack.
did.
That was it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just take
Went
a
on the
scarf,
world,
take an overcoat, take your wallet,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
grab some friends, and you're on your
Lose them
way.
all.
Yeah.
went on
Yeah.
the world's smallest plane, didn't we?
You
Yeah.
went on an
Yeah,
ATR 72, I noticed. Yeah.
Oh, good knowledge.
Oh.
If you're claustrophobic, it's not for you.
No, we survived, but Phil, right, so 007
Yeah.
GB, of course, people know you're the president of that. You keep telling everyone, I'm only joking.
Yeah, just ask me, I'll tell you. That's it.
Yeah. But obviously we'll talk about Shanty, but before that, we've got Edinburgh, haven't we, coming up?
Yes, our
Yeah, Edinburgh.
first event in Scotland at the beautiful Scotsman Picture House, a boutique cinema with those plush sort of velvet seats, little art deco, sort of lamp by the tide, a beautiful bar and whatnot. And we just thought, if we bring Martine to Scotland, we could watch the film. She could do a book signing for the people in Scotland that couldn't make it to the London one. And then the day after, Miles is going to do a walking tour around just some of the Connery locations, because obviously that was his hometown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there is actually an extra element we're going to be adding in. There's a local museum that has loads of Bond vehicles and gadgets.
Oh,
And
wow.
we're going to be throwing that in as well, with more details to follow.
Dear me.
When-
So excited.
When is that one? When is that one again?
April the 5th and
April
6th.
5th.
It's Saturday, April the 5th and the 6th.
Yeah.
Peterborough
I've
is
got
on
to
the
start.
April the 6th.
Yeah, but people get to watch Thunderball with Martine right there. And we called it Operation Kaplan in her honor. She's super excited to get up there, and we'll just have a cracking weekend. In the evening, we're keeping it low key. We're just going to amble around into the bars, the restaurants, and just have a great time. One of our Scottish members is putting together a couple of potential venues for the evening, and people will just be able to come. They can grab a drink or they can order food, whatever they want. It'd be a nice communal weekend.
How good is it, though, that Bond is so regional? And now, the few complaints, weren't there, from people early on? Everything's in London all the time.
Yeah, that's right.
It's not true, is it?
No, it isn't. I mean, Warren goes up and down the country with his. He's all over the place. We've managed to do major events in Birmingham, Manchester, and London, and now we're doing Scotland. So I think, for a club of our size, for a club of any size, to be able to get up and down the country is pretty good. I mean, sometimes people don't understand the logistics of having it in London, is because maybe the guests are there, and so there's not the transport.
Yeah.
You tried to bring 10 Bond girls up from London, you're in for a world of pain on the cost.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're getting there eventually, keeping the Scottish end up this time.
Well, home of Sean Connery, as we say, that'll be amazing
Exactly.
for Miles to do that.
Yeah.
And these are really, really great experiences. And if you're from Scotland, please join in. That'll be so good to greet you there. And of course, you've got the concert in Glasgow, haven't you, as well, Warren?
Yeah. I was just thinking, Phil, how many times are you and your cohorts going to say "Welcome to Scotland" on the day?
Yeah.
in the accent.
It's definitely going to be a thing. Yeah, I think I might have a Father Christmas beard left over that I can put on just for it.
Not a shotgun, though.
No.
Yeah, we're in Glasgow in July. Yeah, we've got our first time, and it's something that people have been asking for years. So, yeah, please go and support that if you're in Scotland, because obviously it's a massive, as you said, Phil, getting everyone up from London, like equivalent for us, it's just crazy. It's like a double gig fee basically for us, so it's a huge risk to go, and I really hope it pays off and we can do it regularly then.
Yeah.
So
build it, and they will come. Build it, and they will come.
But just on that, like you say, I mean, unless you've run these sorts of events, people don't realise how hard it is, and people sometimes get quite cross at me for not bringing the show to Scotland sooner. But when you try and put these things on, it's really, really hard. You're just constantly trying to jump through hoops and try and make things work, aren't you?
Yeah. I mean, in the first year, we didn't do an event in Scotland because we had 4 Scottish members.
Yeah.
But now we have 50.
Right.
So it's viable.
Yeah.
We we'll go anywhere that people are ready to attend. I mean, we did an event in California, for goodness sake.
Yeah,
Yes,
we're
So,
doing,
you know,
this one in France. That
Yes,
yes,
go on.
yes, in
Right,
May.
yeah.
May the 31st. Yeah, we've still got some guests to announce for that, which we will do in due course. It's going to be something quite special. The location itself does half of the work for you.
Yes.
Yeah,
Because you're at a filming location. You're right there, and nothing's changed because it's a whatever 13th, 14th century chateau. Luke would know exactly when it was built, but it's an old building that really hasn't changed.
yeah.
And bar all the extras and Roger being there, it feels like you're in A View to a Kill. It's absolutely fantastic.
Quite
Yeah.
literally. Yeah.
Because the stables and everything are exactly as they were.
Yeah. In fact, where Roger walks through as he arrives at Chantilly and Scarpine takes him through to take him to the sale, that entire corridor there is where we're going to be dining during the day.
Oh, wow.
We have that entire space for ourselves. I mean, I'll be able to hear the sound of my own voice echo and bellow around. I love it.
You'll be a cow as well, Carl.
Not so much fun for the rest of us, Phil.
No, that's right. Yeah, earplugs will be provided upon arrival. But yeah, I think it's great that we're bringing together the French, the German, the Swiss club, and you know, we're certainly open to other partners joining us along the merry way, just like we did with Solex.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be great because there's going to be 200 of us in that castle. We're going to do tours in 3 different languages, and it's not just a castle tour; it's a location tour done by specialists who know exactly where, so you can recreate those moments and bring your sunglasses and try and look through the windows and bring your dodgy Zorin checks. You can do everything you want. You do everything.
You've got those sunglasses, haven't you?
I do, yes.
Borrow them.
Yes.
Yeah. They'll be being passed around.
Yeah, I've actually bought a second pair for that very reason. So that anybody wants to stand at the window and recreate it, they can do so.
And is everyone going to be turning up in a white tux? That's the worry, isn't it?
Well, I think so. I think we might make it mandatory.
Yeah.
And if you don't have a white one, just turn your black one inside out and hope that it's got white lining.
Yeah.
Well, I picked mine already. I'm ready. I'm already ready.
Oh.
Yes, you were the recipient of our first surprise and delight moment where, yeah. You know,
It's very good at the club, that.
You know, Warren's done things like that before, as you know, he's been doing this for 2 decades, although he doesn't look that old. We've now got the club to a place where we can do that, you know, because obviously as you're building the club, every penny counts, especially because it's for UNICEF and whatnot. Yeah. But now we're in a nice zone where we've been efficient and we've done right by our members, and now it's just time to give something back where we can. So it was my absolute pleasure to give you that.
I love that stuff, don't you, Phil? That's what. It's just amazing to do that. Actually, a lot of the time when I do it, I just do it. I don't even talk. I don't even post about it or whatever. And it, you know, I think it's the unseen things that are the most important. Actually, you know. But it's nice. And do you know what? I was so happy when you got it, Carl. Really, because I know you know what a lovely guy you are, and how supportive you are of all these things. And equally, I know that you know it would have probably been tough for you to go to that trip in France. I don't know. I'm assuming it probably would have been.
I think he'd already decided to go. I think that was part of the reason I thought I'm giving it to him because he was already committed.
Because obviously when we get there, it's just not going to feel real to me. It's it's just I feel so blessed.
It's going to be great, and there's going to be so many people that we all know and love coming from all over the place. There's people coming from I think 12 different countries right now. So it feels just like when you go to Warren's. Everybody's coming together like a family reunion, you know. I don't mean Warren's house. I mean Warren's club.
And then Yorkshire out there anyway.
Absolutely. Flying the Yorkshire flag.
Yeah, definitely.
Us Northerners, eh?
Yeah,
we've got to do it.
And then we've got some other UK events that we're working on. We've got something for August at the Q Lab. We'll tell you more about that when that comes to fruition, and possibly. We will have another event later in the year. I've been talking today to what I would consider a British acting legend. If that person accepts a Lifetime Achievement Award, I'll be building an event around that person. And And it's not somebody, as far as I'm aware, that's been to a Bond event before either. So that could be quite exciting.
Flipping hell, this is so good.
I think I might have to do it the day before Warren's event, because everybody will already be in London. It'll make it easier for everybody.
Well, you collaborated last year.
That would be amazing, and then I can come as well.
Yeah, exactly right. Yeah.
Is it? Do you think will it be a London thing then? Do you think
It'll be a London thing, definitely? Yes. If this person accepts, it'll be a London thing. And if it may go into 2026, but if they'll accept for this year, I'll do it this year, because they're not. Some people not getting any younger.
Definitely do it if you can on the Saturday, because there's no other plans for the Saturday, and everyone's going to be in London anyway. So
definitely, I'll be there on Friday.
I think it might make it easier for everybody, and I think my tickets might go like that.
Well, that's it. So. Exactly. Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
David Zaritsky was on earlier, and he's saying there's going to be a sort of gather all in London on the Friday as well. So people like Carl, Carl's already booked his.
It's almost like we know each other and maybe left a gap, right?
I mean, we're already bowled over by the stuff that's going on.
Definitely,
it's a great Bond year. What everybody's doing, I love it all.
An exciting year.
I mean,
such an exciting year.
I know you've already talked about it, but you got Operation Main Strike on the 22nd of
March.
Yeah.
I almost forgot that. No, we've got our own.
Yeah.
Ours is a bit more low key because we're a podcast. We don't get ideas of our station. You know, we'll do one meetup a year. That'll suffice, and then we'll spend the rest of the year going to all these other ones. But that's 22nd of March. That's not far off now. A few weeks on Saturday.
Looking forward to it
in Manchester, up north. We're going to be doing some bowling, but again, it's just basically a good chance for Bond fans to chat, meet up in the afternoon about 4:30. And then we'll get some food there at the venue. There's drinks included, food included. And we'll just chat Bond from then on and stay out for as long as Manchester will have us for the rest of the evening.
And that's what me and Tom decided. So obviously Tom does his events at the beginning of the year. I decided to do mine at the end of the year. So, Northern fans or anybody really have got something to do either end of the year.
Something to look forward to. Both ends. Yeah.
There is, absolutely insane. David and Anthony were going to hope to pop in, but I know they're having a romantic meal at the moment, and I don't want to disturb them because they can't do their own Valentine's tomorrow. So all they wanted to mention, or I wanted to mention, was the other fellas, which they're going to do the bank holiday weekend in May. So 25th of May, it's all for charity. You don't have to leave your home. They're basically staying at home watching. Well, normally they do all the films of one actor. They'll watch them back to the back all day whilst raising money for charity. And this year, it's one that's very close to David's heart. It's for Prostate Cancer UK, which his dad is currently recovering from. So we really want everyone to get on board with that. That's Saturday the 25th of May, and you can follow it along on Instagram.
Yeah, so it's always a lot of fun watching. I love watching their costume changes.
Yeah,
and I always donate to it, and we'll put a link to their donation page in the 007 GB newsletter as well.
They've raised. I mean, I think they're on for about 5,000 or 6,000.
I think seven grand. Yeah.
Fantastic. Which is stunning, isn't it? So so there'll be a film, and in each break, Dave and Anthony know what they're like. They'll change costume, reflecting those films. So I think they're going to have the Casino Royale spoof one, the David Niven one. The original Barry Nelson one is very, at least it's short.
Yeah, I know, right?
And then they've got the On a Majesty's Secret Service, which will be amazing, and the two Daltons. So good grief.
Well,
what an amazing day that is.
I'm in for the two Daltons for sure.
I can see Charlie actually, who's online, who's commenting now. He lives in Milwaukee, and he gets up and does the whole day with them.
Wow,
that's how good that is.
Fantastic.
He's the top guy as well, Charlie. So great to see you over across the pond.
We're just about to announce that I think it's the 8th of June, but we're going to have a charity Bond football tournament in London, which Key Music has sponsored the entry fee. And we've got 6 teams that have entered. Well, I think this is all kind of sort of fairly early, but I know you're trying to put a team in for 007 GB, aren't you? And really 007 put a team in. James Bond Radio putting a team in. On the Track of 007 are putting a team in. We're putting a team in. Have I missed anyone? Oh, yeah, and of course, Shaken Not Stirred, because Matt Wood is the one who's sort of organised it along with myself and Chris Wright. And yeah, we're going to do it. So all the costs will be covered, and then we're going to try and get people to sponsor the teams, and all of that sponsorship money, all of it will go to Macmillan's Cancer
Brilliant.
Charity. So, yeah, that's something else that we're doing this year.
Yeah.
which
So
will be-
anybody from 007 GB who wants to play for us, let us know.
I want to see you play football, Phil. I'm desperate to see this. I wouldn't like to speculate.
I may only be on for a few minutes and subbed off very, very quickly.
A quick cameo.
Yeah,
I'll do it. Yeah. Oh, we've got some useful players. I mean, if I can get my brothers to play, they're certainly better than me. They'll be decent. Matt Wood's pretty good, I think, as well, isn't he? He's a football coach.
Yeah.
Well, I've got two decent players so far. Two very good players.
You'll be able to sign them, won't you? Signing on.
Yeah, I got David Beckham and no. All right, guys, I'm going to shoot, but yeah, that 8th of June, and bring it on.
Yeah, bring it.
And watch me fall on my backside. See you guys. Love you.
Cheers,
Bye.
Phil.
I want you to go on all these accounts, follow them. Certainly, if you can afford to do it, you can get some relatively inexpensive tickets for CUNY Music. Go to one of the concerts and join the fun.
Yeah.
Just talk to people as well.
Yeah.
Because you're surrounded. When else are you going to be surrounded by that many Bond fans? I'm telling you. You'll meet friends for life there, like Carl has done with us. If you want to come to our event, that's March the 22nd in Manchester. We'd love to see you on that. Just check our Instagram, whatever, for details. 007 GB, we've gone through their events. And yeah, there'll be stuff throughout the year. And we're celebrating 4 great Bond films.
Yeah.
We've got loads of episodes coming out as well. We will celebrate each one with video episodes of that.
Brilliant.
Yeah. Right. Thank you. And good night to everybody for joining.
Yeah, everybody. Take care.
Take care, everyone.